What's going on, folks? To be honest with you, I was not planning on making another video so soon, but I got a good news, bad news scenario going on. I'm gonna get the bad news out of the way first because that's convenient. Got a flat tire on this scooter. The good news is I'm gonna show you exactly how I repair it so you can do it for yourself. And I know that this method is extremely effective because I tried it on my torso rear tire 400 miles ago. That's a whole lot of distance. And this thing is still holding up just fine. It's solid, it's still functional. And I want to ask you this quick question before I proceed. If anybody knows how the explanation or the physics behind it. I got 4 flats on this scooter and 1 on that one, the torso. And all of them happen to be in the rear tire, 0 flats in the front. Is that just my luck that all the 5 flats have been on the rear tire? So if anybody knows, please put in the comment section. All right, so I'm gonna show you my secret here, or it's not really a secret. This is what I'm gonna be using. It's called Joe's No Flats Tire Sealant or Tire Liquid. And I got this on Amazon.com for $17, so it's super, super cheap. Not too much money. A brand new tire like that costs $50 from AliExpress. So it's give you a reference of how much money it's involved here relative to what it should cost to get a brand new tire. I've tried the green slime. That doesn't work. It just spilled green mess all over the place. So avoid the green slime if you can. I know that's really popular, but I've had bad luck with it. There's something called armadillos. I'll tell you that. It's very popular on Facebook. However, it's like $30. So why spend more money on something that, I mean, it might be effective as well. It might work just fine, but this is way less expensive and it also works. So I'm not gonna spend more money on the armadillos. There is some limitation. I gotta give you a caveat. Some limitation of this stuff. If there's damage on the side wall, or if the damage on the inner tube or the tire is just too great, it's not gonna work. It's mostly meant for small tire or screw punctures, and you have to remove that screw stuff first. The damage. Now let me also give you another caveat with this Joe's No Flat that I'm disappointed in. It doesn't come with a valve adapter. So I had to jury rig this water bottle to be able to get the fluid from here in this bottle into the inner tube. And it's just really simple. I drilled a hole into the cap so that I can force this liquid into the inner tube. Something else you're gonna need, valve extender, so it's easier to get this pump hose to the valve in the inner tube. And then you're also gonna need a valve core remover. Step number 1, get the scooter onto this lift cart or lift table. And then just hydraulic pump it up. All right, so step number 2 is to insert this valve extender into the inner tube valve, then pump up the tire so you can identify the source of the flat, also known as the leak, where it is. So you can go and remove the nail or screw that's causing that leak. So I'm gonna do that right now. Oh, what the heck? Why is that? Looks like the inner tube valve's broken. This might not work. Mala noticia, or as they say in Spanish. So this is a lot worse damage than I thought. It's not just the inner tube that has a puncture and it's flat. It looks like the valve itself is broken, so I cannot show you exactly how to use the sealant like I did on my other scooter. Well, actually, let me attempt to do that. If this were just a flat, so let's pretend, hypothetically, we're just a flat and the valve isn't broken, use this valve core removal tool and remove the valve core like that. Once the valve core is removed, you would take the liquid in the Joe's No Flat bottle, fill in this water bottle with it, or the bottle that has this nylon hose. Take this hose here and insert it over are fitted over the inner tube valve. Then squeeze the Joe's No Flat sealant liquid in here, and then use this valve core tool. I guess it's more than just a removal. I've been calling it the removal tool, but you can actually use it to fit the core back into the valve as well, and then just pump up the tire. So that's how you would repair a flat tire if the valve is still not broken. And in this case, I can't do that because the valve is broken, so I'm gonna have to replace the inner tube altogether. And that's already a video that I have already released on my channel, so you can refer to that, how to replace the tire inner tube. So sorry guys, I thought that I could use this opportunity, this golden opportunity, to demonstrate or to show you how to use the tire sealant. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. So it is what it is. That's the reality of the situation. Sometimes you cannot always get what you want, and I did not expect this to be broken like that. And I think what happened, my speculation is, when I noticed the rear tire was flat, it was almost like this a loud high frequency thud. And so I knew this was flat, and my rear was kind of fishtailing, but I did not want to walk 4 miles home, or I didn't want to push it home. So I actually rode this at a relatively high rate of speed with dual wheel drive. So I was going like 25-30 miles an hour, and I think riding on this tire while it was flat with all my weight on it, I'm about 100. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I'm 160 pounds, or 165 pounds. I used to be like 145. This quarantine is really bulking me up. But yeah, so I rode this home like 4 miles on the flat tire, and I think that's what broke this valve here. So lesson learned: when you get a flat, don't continue riding unless you are okay with an irreparable inner tube. You can't use this. All right guys, I'll catch you on the next one when I actually get a legitimate flat tire and the valve isn't broken. I'll show you again how to do this. Remove the valve cap from the inner tube valve. Use your inner tube valve core removal tool. You might need a pair of pliers to give you more leverage. Take that off there. Remove the cap from this water bottle, or former water bottle. You want to shake up the sealant a little bit and fill this up. It looks very much like milk, has that consistency. Let me see. Fill that up. You won't need a lot. Let me see how much I use. Maybe a little bit more. That's it. That's pretty much all you need as far as the amount of sealant fluid. Now, put this cap, rotate or spin this cap back in place. Now take this nylon hose and fit it over the valve of the inner tube. And you just fill it in. Shit, I think that's enough. I might have too much because this is a very, very small tire, or a small inner tube. Yeah. All right, the rest I'm just gonna put back into that bottle there. All right, so once you have fluid in there, take your valve core and you insert it back into the valve. You take this valve removal or installation tool, and you use a pair of pliers to give it the right torque amount so it doesn't come off. And there you have it. That's how you get the tire sealant liquid into an inner tube. Voila, bam. Inner tube replaced. All right, so I figure I show you how smooth and vibration free this rear wheel is. And so I took off the old inner tube and discovered something slightly disconcerting, a little bit unsettling, because I could not find a puncture, any kind of a nail or screw anywhere on the middle part of the inner tube. So that leads me to suspect that the cause of the air rushing out of the inner tube, or the cause of the flat, is this valve just broke off. It literally separated from the inner tube, and that's what caused the flat. Not because I was riding the scooter while it had a flat tire. So even if I had the sealant in here, it still would not have held air inside if it's this kind of a failure. Because the sealant is only meant for nails and screws on the, you know, the rubbery part of the tire, not for this kind of catastrophic failure. So I'm gonna have to figure out why it's doing that, because I saw on a Facebook scooter group that some other riders, there's this dude from New York, his name is Javago, he had the same issue. So I don't know if it's this brand CST or what's going on, if I need to improve, not improve, but acquire a different brand of tire, because this one is prone to the valve breaking off. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But like I said, it's not something that gives me confidence in the scooter. So all right, man, I'll let you know what I discover, and I'll see you on the next video.